my e-time. And I am back because we are planning to be debt-free in 2023. Yeah, that's the new catchphrase. So I want you guys to follow me, join me on here so we can have some fun and silly a little bit. But the main goal is to teach you about how home-based businesses can improve your financial life. So tune in.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hello,
hey.
my fabulous panelists. All right, we're back. It's Monday. We're in a new house. I got y'all over at my house. I'm sorry I ain't had time to fix no snacks before y'all came, but you know how it is. I've been working all day, so y'all make yourself at home, and we're gonna hang out here for a little while and talk business. Okay?
Okay.
So let me introduce my fabulous panel. I was trying to figure out what to call you guys. A team, the whole team thing, right? So I came up with nothing. I didn't come up with nothing. But I can give a good description. So over here at the top to my, would that be my right or my left? Up there next to me is our advisor, our coach, our person that keeps us motivated, keeps us going, got all the instructions, the fabulous Miss Gio of Boss Life Online. Woo! Hello, Gio.
Hello, everybody.
Now down below me is the beautiful, vivacious Miss Pandy of Pandy's Hair Candy and More. Pandy has all of the great tips, YouTube tips to get you going. She has all those videos to make you feel like your channel ain't got nothing, because hers has all of those fancy videos and graphics and stuff. So she is your go-to for when you need advice on how to spruce it up and make it reach. Her hands be reaching all over the place with her business. And last but not least, my normal business partner, who is also my guru, my professor. He give me a whole laundry list of things that I have to call him. Okay, he's my guru, he's my professor, he's my mentor. He is the best, I'll give him this, he's the best hype man and best motivator that you could ever want to have on your team. Professor Tony Clopton.
Hey, everybody.
And if you don't know me, I am Melissa King. I'm also a home-based business owner. And we are here today to talk business. So I forgot what I title it today. Oh, did somebody say home-based business? Did y'all hear somebody say that? Before we get started, let me speak to the people down here in the comments. I'm so glad you guys came out to support. We have, of course, our own Pandy. Edward Smart. Edward Smart, thank you so much for coming through and hanging out. You are always such a great support anytime we go live. So thank you for being here and listening. I got my UAB buddy, Tanisha, hanging out with us today. Tanisha says, hey, thanks for coming through. Tanisha, who else we got? Right now, that's it. But you know what? That's all we need. We can get the rolling. So the whole purpose of these weekly get-togethers are for us to get together, put our heads together, and kind of provide some tips for people who may be thinking they might possibly be interested in having a home-based business. So the first thing I want to do is have each of my panelists kind of give an idea of what type of home-based business they do and how long they've been doing it. So I will start with you, Gio.
Okay, I was on mute, but I'm off of mute now. What's up, everybody out there in the home business world and all the people that's thinking about it? Well, let me just tell you right now, you're on the right track if you're thinking about a home business, because it will save you in the end if you ever have to, something happen to your job or you get sick or anything like that. When I thought about a home business, child, it was for me, okay? Because I got tired of the job, okay? Now, let me just say this. There's nothing wrong with having a job. It is nothing wrong. I mean, it helped me raise my kid and had food and paid the rent and all of this here stuff. But what I went through, I don't miss, Okay, the micromanaging and all of this here kind of stuff, I ain't like all that because I'm a smart chick and you don't need to micromanage me. You just tell me what to do and I will go do it to the best of my ability and 110% because that is what my dad taught us. Okay. And another reason I didn't like the JOB and it made me just really go for what I wanted, it was the color of my skin. I can't help that. You know, and I'm just being real because I am Geo, and most of the people that know me know I speak my mind. And I tell it like it is because there's no other way to tell it because it's my story. Okay. And my story don't change. So once I prayed about it and I went to therapy and all this stuff, got myself together, started thinking healthy, then it was time for God to put people in my life that can help me get to where I wanted to be. And that's when I started meeting all types of people in home businesses and blah, blah, blah. And that gave me courage, you know, to start. And what I found out is that I didn't have to fix nothing. I didn't have to do a thing. All I needed to do was duplicate. So the first home business I had was back in the day. And I think it was Melaleuca. Okay. And that was okay and everything. And I made pretty good money with that. But then that was not exactly what I wanted to do. But it gave me a lot of good. It gave me a path. And it gave me good business sense. What I wanted to do was what I do now, work online. Okay. So I ain't have to deal with nobody if I didn't want to. I ain't got to see you. I can just talk to you online. Hey, yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that. And so my first business online came through a friend of mine. And she helped me get my own business started where I can make money selling traffic to you. Because without traffic, I don't care what kind of website you got. It could be the best, made by the best, whatever. But if you don't have no traffic coming to it, you don't get no sales, no customers, no nothing. So that's what I did at first. Okay. I did that and I still do that. Okay. And then as I went along, I said, oh, I need some more money. See, now, at a JOB, you might need some more money, but are you going to get some more money? Okay. You don't know. And if you do, 1%. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Okay. Now, as I went on, I met Timothy Dropnick, who is another one of my mentors online. I decided to get in CTFO back in 2016. And that's how I like companies gonna pay me big money because that's what I'm worth. Okay, because see, you gotta know your worth. I'm worth every cent I can make for myself. I give myself raises when I want to give them to me. It's not no 1%. Okay, so I've been with that company. They started out in weight loss, but they still do weight loss, but they're real big now in CBD. That's big money there, CBD. So that is what I'm doing now. Plus, I have 3 other things I do. I do My Econ, which is a financial company that gives you financial information to help you keep your money in your pocket. Okay. And I do paparazzi. I sell $5 jewelry. And I do YouTube and Amazon.com. I'm done. Okay. Melissa, you on yeah.
I'm sorry, my device is acting crazy. I think we got Pandy back. She had fell off for a second because she was going to be next. Okay, back just in time. So Pandy, same question for you. Or let us know what type of home-based businesses you've done and how long you've been doing it.
Okay. So currently I am a My Econ home-based business associate. And that, of course, is a personal financial success company, basically trying to empower us. Well, it's short for My Economy. And what that company does is it allows us as associates to go out and pretty much share our testimonies, motivate others, and empower others to actually utilize valuable strategies to get themselves out of debt, to create generational wealth, and to, like Tony said, get on the right side of the tax bracket. So that is one of my home-based businesses. I also do YouTube as a business. I am also a paparazzi jewelry and accessory home-based business owner. And I also am a Amazon affiliate. So I kind of have my hands in a little bit of everything, but those are my main. Oh, and I'm sorry. I am also a CTFO associate, which is a CBD-based health and wellness company. So I have my hands in multiple baskets. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My internet is like shaky on this side. So yeah, I'm pretty much all about entrepreneurship. I have always been that way. I owned my own small salon for many years before I returned to the workforce, but I always knew that at the end of the day, if I want to get out sooner than anticipated, like I'm not trying to be that person who works up until their 70s and 80s. I want to retire early and be comfortable. I know that in order to do that, I need to have my own business and additional streams of income. So that is why I do what I do.
I don't know why my phone is acting crazy with me today. Okay, thank you, Pandy. Professor Clopton, come through.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I've tried almost any and everything that you can imagine. Some failed, mostly failed. I'm currently with My Econ and newly associate to the CTFO team, which I'm learning a lot of their products right now. But look, y'all, my passion is health and wealth and helping other people. So if you're going to do a business, a home-based business, I'm going to tell you, you got to have some conviction about it. What floats your boat? What pushes you? What motivates you? So I think that the two with financial services and the health industry and nutrition and all of that stuff combined is what fuels me. So I can tell you a little bit about My Econ. The personal financial success company, we're talking about helping people get out of stress. I'm telling you, I just got off the road right now, man. I'm talking about traffic bad, my nerves bad. I'm like, I didn't deal with these idiots all day long, and I got to come home and get home to relax, kick shoes off, and I ain't even went upstairs and kissed the baby and the wife and none of that stuff. But anyway, a home-based business is where it's at, y'all. Is really find the passion of what you really like to do. Credit repair is a hot trend. Travel is hot. Wealth is hot. Nutritional products is hot. I think we actually hit the hammer on the nail with what we have together, teaming up and just promoting and sharing our experiences and testimonies, man. But I've tried a lot of stuff, but I think I'm going to stick with this financial service and this health industry, man, because you cannot live without any of this stuff. You got to be healthy. You got to get your wealth together. So I know that we got a good mesh, and what they call it, synergy. We got synergy in what we do. And I think that if you don't get involved in any of these fields, you're going to be missing out. That's my take on it.
Okay. All right. And myself, I'm just like the rest of the panel up here. I do My Econ. That was my first home-based business. I had never done a home-based business before, or any type of thing where you had to sell a product. So that was one of the things I was kind of concerned about. So that leads me to my next talking point. You know, a lot of times people are really wanting to get out and start their own business, but they just, they got reservations. They got, something that's holding them back. So all of us haven't been doing home-based business for a while. What would you say before you got started was your biggest concern or your fear? And how did it work out? Like the things that you were worried about. Like for me personally, my biggest concern was when I started doing my econ. Okay, this is a business that focuses on personal finance. I don't have a financial background. So I'm like, am I going to be able to promote this product and do what I'm supposed to do? And I don't have that backing. You talk to somebody who didn't even know how the tax system worked. I didn't know how they calculated how much money I was going to owe or how much I was going to get back. No idea whatsoever. So one of the things that would keep me from trying or venturing out is like, man, what if I don't know what I'm talking about and I fail? So, everybody has that thing. But I will say this, since joining this business and what I'm learning since I've been with CTFO is, even if you don't know it at the beginning, you can learn it along the way and you can still promote it. All people want to hear is your testimony and know that it is work for you or someone else, and the rest of it will come on its own. So, Gio, if you had to say, what was the scariest part for you? Now, I know you got that entrepreneurial spirit. You probably scared of nothing. But what were some of your reservations before getting started, and how did that work out for you?
Well, my mind was just with unhealthy thinking. You don't think like that. I didn't even know if I was scared of anything or not. You know what? There were some things, yes, but it don't pertain to this stuff. But I know this, when I came out of therapy and I had got myself together, I had invited God back in my life, I was ready. Okay, there was just one thing that kind of scared me, and that was, could I do it and could I finish it? Mm-hmm. Okay, because see, that was one of the things that I had to relearn how to do, and that was stick to what I say I'm going to do and be a woman of my word. Okay, because everything I started before therapy, I never finished. Mm. So I had to, when my first thought was, oh, am I going to be able to finish it? What if I slide back? Right. And I thought to myself, hold up, do you want to go back and sit in that chair for 5 years? And cry a river? No. Who are you? I am a precious child of God. Okay, so what does that make you? I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. So all of these things, I said, wait a minute. I learned all of this. I am healthy. I can do it. The only thing I had to do, y'all, was be committed. So if I was afraid of anything, it was maybe I couldn't do what I had learned in therapy to do. But because one of the best things I learned was to put positive right behind the negative. Okay, which made me who I am today. Because in a minute, I'll tell you, let something kind of creep up in this brain. Oh, I'm a precious child of God. I can do everything and anything through Christ who strengthens me. So you have to have something bigger than whatever that is that's keeping you from doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Before I go to Pandy, let me just say hi to Marlene Motivates. I see she came in the room. Thanks for hanging out with us, Marlene. And my other Good Times Click bestie, Stephanie Johnson. She says she's driving and listening. So thank you for tuning in as well. So now we move to Pandy. Pandy, what was your biggest fear or worry before you? I mean, and you said you had your own shop and everything. So what were before you ventured out and started to do that, did you have anything that was just like,
So for me, my biggest fear and biggest worry, which I'm now overcoming, I would say a little over a year later, I got it immediately. Once I heard my first presentation, I immediately clicked in because, like I said, I come from an entrepreneurial background. But my biggest fear was, okay, how am I going to take what I've received, what I have literally purchased into and have applied, and I'm reaping the benefits in my own personal life, how am I going to be able to like duplicate that and share it with others so that others' light bulb can come on the way mine did? And it's almost like I've been overthinking it and kind of selling myself short and complicating it when it's really not that difficult. So for me, it was learning to just relax and just be myself and just share. And don't try to force it down people's throat. Just share. And for those that it's meant for, they'll receive it. And for those that it's not, it's okay. Keep moving.
Yeah.
That was my biggest fear.
Okay. All right. Dr. Clapton?
Oh man, this is touching, man, because it's almost like everything y'all saying and y'all taking it right out of my mouth. It's like that's when you get people, like-minded people, you gonna all think the same way. And that's why I'm so blessed to be a part of this panel. But man, I can tell y'all, it was all faith, no fear for me. I would always say that I would pray for patience, because you're gonna deal with people that can utilize your product or services, and they may not be they may not be in a season to receive it. So you got to have patience when you're sharing this information. And if you got your position is you posture yourself, the information works because you used it, and other people have benefited from it. So just because somebody hears a great presentation, you have to have patience to allow them to receive it on their own time. So I always say I have to use more patience. And I've never had a fear that I would fail, because I always put God in the mix. And when you do that, it takes all the pressure away. So he's going to make a way for you. Just keep blessing other people with the information, and the right people will show up.
All right, Tony, spoken like a true professor. All you need is a smoking jacket and an ascot. You did that.
Amen, amen, amen. Woo!
Amen.
Spirit.
So for the next question, I'm gonna do something that me and Tony used to do a lot, just to kind of compare notes on some of the excuses or reasons you've come across when you try to introduce your business to other people. We have like a ton of them that we get all the time, and he and I always talk about, let me see what you guys have, because for us, I think the biggest one is I don't have time. I don't have time. And recently over the holidays, we did a skit where Tony talked about, he didn't have time to do it. But then he mentioned that he was doing TikTok. He was watching Netflix. He was going to football games. So all of this free time that he had to do all that, but he didn't have any time to start a business. So we run across that a lot. Gio, have you run into, give me some of your number one or biggest reasons why people feel like they're ready, but they're not quite ready. And let me say hi to Whitney Johnson Floyd. She says, absolutely. Hello, everyone. So glad to be tuning in. We're glad to have you, Whitney. Thanks for coming through. So, Gio, give me some of yours. What have you heard?
Child, let me tell you. First biggest reason is the one y'all said, girl, I don't have time. Well, what it's all about? They don't even give you a chance enough to explain nothing, and they miss their blessings like that. And another reason I think that people say that is because they think they can't do it from Jump Street. Okay. And but the biggest one that I get is I don't have time. And if you don't tell them what it is right away, they just say, well, I got another phone call. But see, I know for myself, because I am a precious child of God. Okay, God, that wasn't the right one. Next. And I believe truly what Tony says, patience. You have to have patience in this business. You have to have commitment in this business. Because people is going to tell you no. But that doesn't mean you're not good enough. You are good enough. It's just that they are not the ones God have for you. Okay, so your next word should be next. And lead and go on to the next one. So I'm done.
My phone must have a poltergeist or something working on it, because I hit the button and it's fast turning up and doing what it want to do. Okay, Candy.
Oh my God, that was funny. So for me, there are two. Number one, of course, oh, I ain't got time. Baby, I can point out to you all the things that you do got time for that's costing you major bucks. So that's kind of easy for me to debunk. The most difficult one and the most common one that I've been getting hit with is, well, how much does it cost? Oh, that's too much money to be paying. So what I'm trying to embrace, and I'm so thankful and grateful for all the training that my econ provides, because whereas I can see the value in tax deductible expenses, business expenses, writing off, some people, all they hear is, what, $39.99 a month, $50 a month, you know what I'm saying? So, and then it's like, okay, but that is tax deductible. It's going to allow you to get on the other side of the tax bracket because you are now a home-based business owner. Your taxable income is going to shift. And so I find myself like trying to overcome that objection. And when I really need to be like, Geo, next. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they're not in their season. Like Tony said, just quit trying to force it. If they're meant to receive it and they can see the value in it, then invest my time. If they're not, next. Those are my two biggest ones.
All right. Dr. Clopton, what you got? I know you got some doozies.
Hey, you know how many times at my job I hear folks say, "Hey, I'm gonna need to holler at you." Look, when I get paid, hey, we done had a free membership enrollment. It was free. And they say, hey, I need to get paid. When I get paid, I'm gonna get with you. I said, it's free. Oh, now where you gonna go? I mean, excuses after excuses are empty thoughts of nothingness. That's what a mentor of mine told me. Here, an excuse ain't nothing but an empty thought of nothingness. And all the while, most people lack the commitment and the discipline to be able to operate a home-based business. That's the bottom line. If it's not the information, it's because they're not disciplined enough, or they're not motivated enough, or they don't have enough faith in themselves that they can do it. And I'm okay with that. I get that. I mean, it's hard to build discipline in anybody. If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. It's hard to build responsibility in folks. It's hard to do that. You can't do it. Trust me, I got a 15-year-old. It's hard. I'm telling y'all, it's hard. But you know, people set in their ways. You know, I guess they ain't enough to want to make a change. I got from all over my home world. My cell phone went bad. Man, I got a lot of issues going on. I done heard it all. But that's all I got, y'all.
Oh, you know, can I piggyback on what he just said, right quick, Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
See, I used to complain to my sponsor, and well, I'm gonna say my mentor, because that's what she was. Ain't nobody doing it. Everybody is saying no. She said, baby, do you remember who you said you were? I said, what are you talking about? Because see, I had forgot. And she said, aren't you a precious child of God? I said, yeah. She said, this is what you do. When people tell you no, you just say, okay, God, put somebody else in my life. She said, but this is the main thing. Don't worry about who not getting in your business. You show up and you stay and you do what you need to do, and God will do the rest. Baby, when I started thinking like that, look like bam, boom. But I came on YouTube and in CTFO, I built a straight line. Okay, and I wasn't worried about who was gonna get in. All I did was show up and talk about the product, show the product, do your testimony. That's all you got to do, and then God gonna put the rest in your life. And you only need 3 or 4 people to build the business to make you rich as I don't know what. So what are you complaining about? You can do it. You just don't like rejection.
Right. That is a big thing, and I had to realize that same thing you were saying. That don't take it personally when people say they don't want to get started right now, or it sounds good, but blah 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 blah. And even my own, I'm gonna tell y'all, even my own dad told me, "Girl, playing around with that tax stuff, you going to jail." That is exactly what he told me. But 4 or 5 years later, when I was still, around here doing the business and stuff, he said, I was asking him something, and he flipped it on me. Well, what you think I should do? I'm like, the jailbird? You gonna take advice from the jailbird? Let me see now. So, show and tell is better than anything, because people can't argue with what they can see. We have, since Tony and I have been in business, we have physically showed people how our credit started at this point and went up to this point. We've been able to show debt elimination, things we're paying off. So it's like, if people want to argue with results they can see, this probably ain't for them anyway. Because you arguing about stuff that's right in front of your face. It's like me telling you, your nose is running, and you like, no, it ain't. But I'm seeing your nose running. But they still want to argue you down that that's not true. So, if you got somebody like that, this probably is not for them anyway. So, hey, Latoya Walker, that is my baby's auntie over in Jamaica listening. All right. So I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I ain't gonna keep you guys long. We're up at 32 minutes. So I'm just gonna ask that each of you, will you give us like a final word, like for somebody that's like maybe teetering right on the brink, and they're like, should I do it? Should I do it? What advice would you give them? Because for me personally, I would say, just do it. I'm a firm believer in living by the Nike slogan, just do it. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. And the longer you ponder on it, time is passing by. Now that's if you really, because some of us we're like right there at the point and need that little nudge. You gotta nudge yourself. Reach back there and push yourself on out there.
Right.
So that would be my advice. Just do it. Just try it. If it doesn't work, move on to something new. But there's nothing wrong with trying. Gio?
Okay. For me, I would tell a person, and I know they right there and they just might be afraid that they got to do it by themselves. My first thing is to tell people you're not alone.
Right.
I am your sponsor. I am one of the best leaders you can probably ever find, one of them, okay? I say I will help you get started, but you must be teachable, okay? And I will be there for you for any questions or what have you. I say, and if you need a nudge to get pushed out there, I'll do that too, because I'm a good motivator, okay?
Yes, you are.
I'm going to tell people what my mentors told me, and that's why I'm successful, because I didn't argue back. I wanted what they had so bad that I went out there and did it.
Okay.
And I just did it. So, but some people do need a nudge, and what my mentors really, how I really did this, Pandy, was I was not alone. I had 2 or 3 numbers I could call, to help me stay on track. So that's what I would tell somebody: you're not alone.
I agree. That's a great piece of advice, because I know, had I not had, people that were so willing and so like-minded and ready to help me, that is the good part, is when you're with a team that wants to see you succeed.
Right.
That makes all the difference. And ever since I've been doing home-based business, I've had people around me that wanted to see me succeed, and we want to see other people succeed.
Right.
Pandy, how about you? What advice you got?
So the advice that I would have is to, like Gio said, encourage the people. You are not alone. I have been where you are, and I know you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Invest in yourself. We throw our money away frivolously month in and month out. So take this small investment and try it. If nothing else, work on your personal credit, improve your credit, correct your W-4, start bringing home that extra money. When you see that you take those baby steps and you see those improvements come, that extra money that's coming back in, take that and start paying down debt. Start doing some investments and just kind of encourage and motivate them along the way. I feel like if you start to see those positive improvements within yourself, it'll then become more real to you. You can see it, you can touch it, and then it becomes easier to share that experience with others, which in turn is going to equal a business opportunity. It's going to turn into positive cash flow for you. So just the encouragement piece. And just reminding them, hey, we got a whole team that you can tap into if you have any questions. There's training available if you need the extra boost. We got motivators. We got encouragers from every walk. You're not alone.
Thank you, Pandy. That is great. Professor Clopton.
Okay. I was told when you start a business, it's not always about how much money you make. They say when you want to get the attention of a millionaire, talk about the money that you're losing. Everybody got pain points. We all losing money through the tax system. We all know folks that got bad credit. We all know somebody that wants to leave their job one day. So all we gotta really do is talk about that. Ask them, listen to them, and I say they will tell you what they need. In any business, the best part is really listening. We have a lot to offer. But when you tell somebody, I got something that can help you with your credit, and they was trying to make $1 million, they don't want to hear about no credit. So you got to be willing to listen. And I would say listen first and then talk. But I say this and I mean this. God will bless you through any opportunity. It's up to you to see what it can be.
Perfect. Perfect advice. Thank y'all for all the encouragement. Hopefully, if anybody was out there listening, going across the bottom of the screen are our YouTube channels. You can reach out to any of us if you have any questions, if you want to get started. Just reach out. I've got my links for CTFO and for my econ and for my daughter's hand sanitizer business. Me and Tony's daughters have a hand sanitizing business. And yes, please go to www.tide9essentials and order some today, because I'm looking at it sitting over here on the floor and I'm ready to mail it out. I'm ready to ship it out. So shameless plug. But thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for everybody that joined down in the comments. Marlene, Whitney, Stephanie, hi Tanisha, who else was in here? Edward Smart. Thank y'all so much for coming through. And if nothing else, I guess we are going to finish it up today. Does anybody else have anything they want to throw out there? Now, Tony, you're not. Are you going to be here with us tomorrow? You're not, right?
I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be flying out on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. All right. So, guys, come back and join us again tomorrow, where we will be doing testimonies and hearing different feedback on the products that we sell through CTFO, through my econ. So come back tomorrow and hear the real life stories of what we've done and how the products have helped us and changed our life. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye. Thank y'all.